moto tukusana fangana wasisabuni. Leo ukafua moto ufae inafanya unafika. Aitauna osisi kukora, ubeya fitani kufanya mfumo, usawa sumo. Fatima kanuia yako usatwala, ukakama wakati awali sumu. Aitutulai kwa tele, ambaye leo faida funga tamumoja ya fyoka na mstari. Walitaka kuna ofa inatura na sisi mama. Na tutafata ofa, nafafela itayo utaipaia au utaimana. Susula itataki usamima, sula fafenanya, usama sila. Tuotufu ilubai, abamba iya farimano, abane fio na ufungu kata ipamia. Na mfio safa pito, funde na umu kata afa. Fapia ministar kabineta, ministar na mmango, fapia suli mmango pamili. Ifatalo fatufo immango fa adatunimu. Abano sasa mwa adatunimu kukumuntufu. Awa aino tuku, aino nofo, aino papa, o aino litifaitoa, natafai fitalaino tunobu. Natu awali sitaimi ya msamuatu ya wafyoka ya iministar mtanawena ya akitoru, aino otola fumai. Ayafumaya, susumai, mtanawena amu. Honorable Prime Minister and members of the Cabinet, Associate Ministers and members of Parliament, Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, heads of government ministries and corporations, non-governmental organizations, community representatives, and the business community, ladies and gentlemen. Warm greetings and Tamu on behalf of the Honourable Minister for the Ministry of Natural Resources and Environment on this great occasion, celebrating National Environment Week. Alea matalier tanto mwangalami ya msiki ina mwange mtantu saa, awali tete ina tata asili lama. Leo tena amatuwai na fawano na sura fafimena, na sura Reverend Amsara Siosi, mazitato fafatai, asitato fanolo, mwanefuri, mtato asili mwintaya, awali fa'amwelo mena yaso. I now invite Reverend Amsara Siosi to bless this gathering this morning on occasion of the National Environment Week 2021. No sooner fulfilled.
Patuli nama fafatai dia tua wa ele tayao mela motario le vai a sutawa ele ngata sofu wanga unkato tunune ai fa de fo ile ngana atua fa tawe siusi mama mwana baia matuna mai pe una yai warso fomuia regala angato. Let me read from Psalms 8 verses 3 onwards. When I consider your heavens, the work of your fingers, the moon and the stars which you have ordained, what is man that you are mindful of him, and the Son of Man that you visit him? For you have made him a little lower than the angels, and you have crowned him with you have put all things under his feet, all sheep and oxen, even the beasts of the field, the birds of the air, and the fish of the sea that pass through the paths of the seas. Au vai atu lo langi, o ngā ruenga o tamata mahima, o le masina a toa mawhitu la e whaia. Sea e ale tangata e te manatu mai ai i a tia. Wa wai whamaulalo ane te isi o ia i a ngeru. Wa e fua ina i a te ia le pule ngā ruenga o ao. E tuina mea umai lano na vai. O lafu ngā moe no povi malava a tonga manu vai whā o wau. O manu wheni lei mai o sami. O tataa yala o sami. Le li ero ngā tōri. E sili lava loa lofa. I le lalo langi i maua. E la walunga i la tātou nama o la tātou tua whapea. O ia o le na whaia mea umarama i le lalakanga. Na ia mua na whaia mea umara sio manga o le lalakanga. Ai ka walunga i lona whaia ina o le tangata. Sa le mua o na whaia o le tangata. Ai samua i ai ana fuafuanga a wale manuia o le tangata. Ai muri ai i a te ia. Na sila fia e le atua, e ao o na iai mea e tua i le tangata, mo lona soifua manuia. Ufo ina i a te ia le pule ngā gwena au au. I whai upo e ono o lo whapea. Wa e wha ina i a te ia e pule ngā ruenga au au. Wa e tuina mea uma i lalo o ona vai. O le pule o tuina i tangata. E le ina i a pule i le tūlanga e so ona whai ai. E ona iai lea ngana whakatou pule lawa tama no matua ia i anu mea. Ai a pui kawawa ai mole whanolo le ola o le ranorangi mo lo tātou le lela. Ko tātou o tausi mea le atua mole le lei o tātou lava. Lea o ngāro tātou tusu lima i lea malea malana o whai. Ai sili po lea la o whai. Po lea launa o whai. Ma o whai. Ma o lea whai. Mo le manuia. O lo tātou sio mianga e tātou te whara o lango iai. E na ngata iai tātou. Au tuanga o whai mai. O lo sao le vai o meiti. Io o tafa. Io tua mauta. Mau tua mawa. Mau numa whare. E pēo no whau tua e malo. O lo sao lea. I le vāwa ai o le fuafuanga lea tua. Wa tuina mai mo oe mao. E vāwa aia. Fundamental to any understanding of God is that He's the creator of all nature. Just as a human artist expresses his or her personality through creativity, so God has expressed His infinite glory and creativity through nature. The Bible teaches that because our environment is an expression of this person and his person and nature, that of God, it is to be treated with deep respect. While it is clear that we are not to worship nature, we do show our love and respect for the Creator when we care for His creation. In verse 6, the psalmist says, "You made Him ruler over the works of your hands. You put everything under His feet." This is also reflected in Genesis 1:28 when God said, "Fill the earth and subdue it." The concept of dominion stated here is not a right to use, but an obligation to guard and protect and sustain it for longevity of Mother Earth for our own well-being. It comes back to each and every one of us and what we can do. There was a man that usually comes home after work, and he would sit there and read his magazines. And the little boy kept on coming and bother him while he's engaged in all this. One day he got a plan in his hand to distract the little boy. And so when he came back again the next day, he took a piece of paper, newspaper, and he ripped it up, and he gave it to the little boy, thinking it will take the whole day, or maybe the whole week, to put it together. The boy disappeared. Within a few minutes, he came back with the newspaper page that he took. And he was shocked. Then he asked the boy for the trick. He gave the little boy the question. And he said, "Simple. On the other side of the paper you gave me is the picture of a man. All I needed to do, put together the man, and the front page is on. It's us. It's to do with you. If humanity is corrected in its ways, in looking after our environment, everything else will fall into place." TATTE. Where we have we erred in not being good stewards of the environment that you have gifted us with. We ask for your forgiveness. We ask that you forgive us for our greediness that have caused us to exploit what we have received, to the point that negative consequences are evident in life today, as in natural disasters and other things of nature that we have lost due to our irresponsibility. Forgive us. We thank you, however, for the arise of human awareness that the future is in our hands, through seeing to what we can do to improve our situations in life. Thank you for all who have initiated a combined effort to deal with the situation, so that sustainability of what we do will be evident in life. We thank you for the gift of your environment. Teach us to be careless and not to be exploiters of it. Mato tu inatu ne neva yaso, e mato te mana tu natu ai, mava ai no mato sao, e whaale lei ai no mato sasio mana, ina i mwhai na wha loa, wha wholoa, lono so i fua moro mato lei. whakaina fua, a mai ai mātou manatu le lei, mātou te whai ai mea unga, a wāro mātou la wale lei, ani ia i o e tamā. Amnuia nu te tai o mātou tino, a mai se le, ngā loa pānia man kāpineta, a toa ma mea kumarawa o loo whai, a wāre whakāwa ina o mātou sisi mana. Amnuia nei vai asu, i fuafuanga umora iai, ia iku ai vi ai lau fua o suafu Isu. Amen.
We thank you, Reverend Osala, for our thanksgiving to God and presenting our petition to our Lord to bless this gathering, bless the week of the National Alignment, and bless Samoa. Taitele no suna whawhereina tatono meruma e whanau hulu rāku limu, na tu ila pua no tato rāku whanau na tua sisi yesi. Whakataimu e upu fōwhora as whara e afu i ta inuai ni tato whanau moe ni lima yaso. O te tāna na whiona minsta, na ku tāna na nei ya no whia pēr e tua mahu pēr e manosi rāku timu, e whasisi nei ngāna ngāni a wāno tua wai no whiungaru. Sustainable to United Girls and that was a full of young star. Time and then a wife and my name and the tour. I didn't tell you to what I got to my mother from my tele. Yes, young and star time and then a offer my tour was his mama. Now, if you returns to Sue Cedric, who says, Alessa Schuster, no loss of one or two. Now, if you're star.
Ai o te nei whia e whare kunau, ma o teia e kora tani, a wāpa ia ma o le hunu, ma sāsau sa o tau, o nei tāia. Manatu, e le lanu sāi whai nā, skupu whātapa, unu watu ia whātini o tau sau. Ai ua lono tau wama se leo, ona ele ia la fuari nei tāia au. O le tāia au sa lupe, ma le asu, nā tofa, o le inga tisiri lea e le tua o tātou te pāwhito. Sūra suna le te tae o sa lima, le suna Reverend Nuwa Sala Sihosi, a whea mena tawani e wāki kākisia o le sana. Whiora o whioma e te matai pānia, o whioma e sa whapito, anopo whia me nā auni o tā awha. A pēr, sūma malu le kabineta e whionga i e ligi matamata i minsta. E whawhenua i atu fōi, i sui o mā o mai whafu. E pā ama na tātou mālo, lo langu i a tātou mā mena tau i sisi mama. A whio fōi whaarulunga o tā mā mena ma whaalaro tō mā mālo. Whaabea whaenga tu maoti, ma au whai misinisi. Whaatuloa tu fōi, i la whio tapa au, tula toa ma tula whaasau. Le pa ia la lasi o sa moa, ma le au wala o ia o kutu. A wātama ma a inga ma la tama. Ia manu i o so ma ule na tūmuma, i tu au ma la tama, a inga i tai, le wau, ti. Ta tonu, o lea o le pepe le tama, ma o marufu i momo o tuafu. O lea o mataluke o tātou tai au si whai. Awa, o lele ua te oto lea te ata o manuia. Ma e vi ai le rofa ma leanga lei. O le ana le fofuanga ma sisi o mama. Wala ai o tātou whei roa, i manafu tau soifua, e peo le ana tau. Manatu, ua te oto fo e tafu me nifo, le aunga mai whaama i oe, a wāle whaama na tuina, le vai aso si manga i ni te sana. O se vai aso whakitua e le ngata siti ai ni ta ua o si manga. Ai whapefu. Na tūmata e nisi o a whianga. O mai ta wina i la mana. Ai mai se motu la iti o tātou i tūmana. E whasiri ta ua o le vai aso. I ni toi te pena ina lea o lo tātou sā. O wāre wholaunga a mai i le nuna. E toi tā aso aile pui puia, o le whaasawina, ai maise, e toi whaare leia o lo tātou si mama. O wāre tali atu i ni tāu, ai maise a whianga, o le whesuira i o le tāu. Lea ua pēr, o se whaati tā ua e nei vai taimi o tātou si mama. Oi manu lau tio ni tau sama, o se tau no longo, mo sa mama toa. Ina ia toi fono, o whao, o tātou si se mama. O wāre soi fua manuia, o soi fua whao. O le manatu mau runga, o le si manga le, o le a fua mai aise, atu e ngafa tau i maina, lona atina. E mau tūro na te mama ina, na soi fua manuia o te mata. O le nei manu lau ti au tū, o se tue whamanatu i se tātou tū. Ia aua, i vale tu lima o tātou tofi mai eri, ai pui, o whaasau, o wāre ni mai whanau. Oro iai whamau ngā sai nisi a laralani whapea. Ua whitus fu lima e le laralani e o to ai aise o whaane a ngā ina. Tidia ma le whāsinau 5 miliona hekta o wāmatua o whaane a ngā ina mo ati nai whaona pune. Ma le lata i le miliona o la au mea ora o le o mo watu o le eto i mau. Ia tau tau whamtala ina tā ua sisi manga sui whakam manuia o tanata. Mole pua ina mai o le o kisene mana maai tanata sui fua. O whonga tau mafu, o vai mama, ma le ia mama. Ia le whaatunu linga o le suinga maa ia o le tau. O le aunga malesini au tūne o le ave o le whaataa ua ara māmu. I le whaamanatuina Mesiusi o mana, alia tau sama. O le vai aso o mesiusi o mana, o le hei tau sama. O le ama matalia, i le whamanatuina, i le neita e au. O le aso whakatoa, o le olamu, o le ola whamanatula. E whaatawa i nā aile, mata i tū ina le lei, o taota, ma la pisi. O le whaasawina, o le ola whamanatula. O tele suesu e ngau whamau tūwai, e tele o le la pisi, lo whaatama i ai ngā sami o sāmi o mani o le mani. Ma ua whai ngā i sisi o manga i ngā te whani. O whai lo mai fo i nei suesu e ngau, le whaatukura i o la pisi, au ngātu i no whaama, whaapitu o la, o le o la fo i ngā i, o ta ota, e ta whaingata, no vai ngata. O le telefoni o tōta o la fua i o fuanga, i e tāla whia ngai, whapei vai tawhi, autu na te whaa. Ma ua awhia ai, e sauna le mua sua vai tau mawhi. Whaaleanga i ngā iri e ebi, whaatau mai ai, e ngā tai whale ma whimut. Whapea fwoi o mea rola o manu whendei. Mawhia whia tele, whapea atu, re aso ni nei, le amatani ai, se purkalami, o le toe tapena ina, ma le toe wha amata mawhia ina o nuku mawhia o umo sāngo. Gala i le National Clean-up Campaign. O le tai au nei fo, le a whaalau i nai, nisi o ripoti, ma tusi tai ala o maea, na tapena ina na tāna hei. A wāna mata i tuina i lei, ma le pui au, me si mama, ma le ola wha e natua. E pēna wha e rātu me tātou kōwhananga. Se tasi me me poti au i, olo au i aia au, e au sira o le 2 miliona, la au tuto, o wale whare lei o wā matua, a la whanua o pai, o si o tātou atu. Ai fia fo e wha e atu, lea mo e iai fuanga la tātou mālo, wha wau se isi po talanga, wha o kuku, o wale whare lei o wā matua. Tere po kalame o le whai asu, tuli mata ia ai, mata upu ese tau isi mama. Laso lua, wata e awe. Le awha i nona ina ai, le asu, whanua, ma e ili. Le awha tima ina ai fui, ma le wha alina o loketi, a le wha nawa honga. Le wha au tumi kuna ofa o ngā tura, o le environment science fair. Laso lulu, le awha tima ai se tau awha ina. E fora si ai nisu inga sa awha tima, ele vai na maoti o sisi mama, ele vai na maoti o suavai, o le National Environment, Water and Sanitation Forum. Ona o le tāua tele le hofu marama, I winga maa fianga sui inga le tāua. O atu whai na aina su tofu, whai ai asa whakutua, o wānga wenga, o le tani atu i sui inga le tāua, o le Climate Action Day. Le a whaatino ai le whaalau roa na tau le mālosi whaafowina. Whaapea ni tēne o ka lami la mālo. I tutonu o lau whanua apo vai i sinanu. Le a whi aso, le a sainia ai i marienga, a le matana wenga, ma le kāle sia me tutisi. I le whaasawina ai o lau whanua maure bunga, o wale pui a mai a whiana, le whasuia inga le tau. O le awha wina le newa I asu, I le wha manatuina, le aso wha pitoa na tsunami. Wha pēa, ma le tau au ina wha I longa tau roa, mo e o lau tongia, a lātou tau whaina, I le wha sawina, a le puipuina o le tsunami, tātou Environmental Awards. O le ne tau whaina, le a amana I ai, nisi o sui o lātou uku, nisi mafio ame. O mai tau ina le lamolamo, ma losi ni ngā wenga, ma tau na whaina, mo le whaare leia le roa o whaare ngā tukia. Wala iai fo nisu po kalame whaakutoa, mo le whaana wa ona, whaapea le whaalau ina o ngā wenga nisi, a eiti polo whaataua, a isi o mama. Whaapea se māketi, mo le whaatau ina atu, o nei o loa, I mo manu le atu. Ia mata leise ia au pa ia la suri. O le nauna ta inga le tātou mālo, ia mawhai ona awai, uma le tātou watunuku ni ku kalama. O wale una ia o le puipuia o sisi mama. E tua ia ili soifua manuia o tangata. Ai maise le ati nai, ma le tamawa ainu ma le atu mātua. Le ngata I te minei, aole mana. Nei foi whaatino, wa le ngata le tuli loa ina ai pa ama, ma le au mātatua, ai whapea fo I tuku lama, le awa onga mata maiti la iti. Ma ai whaafutai ai e saota ua nuku mawhio ama, whapea nisi, ma whaama. I le lama ina o le tau whaina ka ua, ai tātou mālo. Ia lofa le atua I fofuanga wha mo moenga le lewa yaso ia o I tia mea uma I o nā lofa. Ia mata I manuia, a iku mea uma I o nā manuia. O te whasinsilatu, nei mai whaala, o te tala I nei, lewa yaso, o sitsu mana, nua afe, nua sinapisa. Moving to Masala. Honourable Prime Minister, Honourable Deputy Prime Minister, Honourable Members of Cabinet, Your Excellencies, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, I would like to extend a warm welcome to you all this morning to the official opening of the biannual Environment Week 2021, commencing today, 1st of November, to Friday the 5th of November. The National Environment Week is an event long celebrated by the government to continually shine a light on the importance of the environment and its benefits to our people and community. Environmental degradation and climate change are complex, multidisciplinary issues affecting all aspects and all sectors of society and the development agenda. Our leaders of small island states have recently affirmed that climate change represents the single greatest threat to our livelihoods, environment, security, and well-being of the peoples of the Pacific. The impacts of natural disaster exacerbated by climate change on Pacific peoples' social, economic, cultural, and environmental well-being increases the burden and risk of our society. This year's National Environment Week theme, Ecosystem Restoration, Building Forward, Better for Our Survival, is a timely and crucial reminder to all of the interlinkages of our natural ecosystem to supporting all life forms on this planet and our survival. Somewhat like the rest of the world today is advocating for a healthy environment, which is fundamental to our people's health and wealth. We are all aware that unsustainable development is undermining nature's ability to provide food, oxygen, clean water, air, and regulate our climate. Science has it that humanity has altered more than 70% of the world's ice-free space. More than 450 million hectares of forest have been lost globally, and nearly 1 million species face extinction today. This week, we commemorate different thematic areas broadly under the environment sector, including biodiversity and waste management, sustainable land management, forests, renewable energy, climate change, natural disasters, and natural disasters such as tsunamis. This week we also recognize and acknowledge the contributions of remarkable individuals, civil society and groups, organizations, schools and businesses to national efforts to safeguard our environment. Today, we celebrate National Biodiversity Day, and in doing so, we draw the country's attention to the importance of managing waste for biodiversity sustainability. We invite our communities, private sector and government offices to participate in our national cleanup campaign to ensure a greater and healthier South. The importance of our ecosystems to enhance resilience to impacts of climate change and environmental degradation have been well documented in a number of studies, some of which will be launched today, together with key plans and strategies developed by the Ministry. Today, we officially announce our 3 million tree planting campaign, having successfully planted 2.4 million trees under the 2 million tree planting campaign from 2015 to 2020. The continuation of the National Tree Planting Initiative will greatly enhance our efforts to combat deforestation and mitigate climate change impacts. The new campaign demonstrates the government's commitment to support the UN Decade of Ecological Restoration and a post-2020 framework for biodiversity conservation. The government has pledged $1 billion for this financial year to support Samoa's effort on forest and ecological restoration, to build forward better, and to ensure our strong resilience to the global waves of COVID-19 and eliminate climate change impacts. On Tuesday, the 2nd of November, we will commemorate our Land and Soil Day, which will include programs such as Environment Science Fair and school debates to highlight the importance of these resources through the eyes of our students. There will also be an opportunity for key land and zoning professionals to share experiences and expertise in the state. On Wednesday, the 3rd of November, the ministry will convene the NAB, the Environment, Water and Sanitation Forum, where senior staff from MNRE and invited professionals will share their respective research and experiences, which will be published in our National Environmental Forum publication, which will be of great use to our students and researchers. Ladies and gentlemen, our extreme vulnerability to climate change and our experiences today remind us that we need to work together to enhance resilience. As such, Thursday has been dedicated to commemorating a National Climate Action Day, reaffirming the urgency to do something and that we must act now. Climate ambition is important, and our mitigation efforts through the renewable energy programs, adaptation, works through soft and hard options in the greater Apia area encompasses our climate actions on the ground, to name a few. This will be followed by official launch of our National Climate Change Policy 2020 to 2030, our enhanced National Determined Contribution Report, and our Community Integrated Management Plans. An MOU with the Methodist Church will also be signed to protect and rehabilitate upland areas, highlighting that we are taking steps as a whole of government's approach from national level to the grassroots to address climate change. The culmination of this week's celebrations will be the celebration of the National Tsunami Awareness Week, to be concluded by the Environment Awards to recognize efforts and contributions by communities, individuals, businesses, and NGOs towards environment conservation. Other key areas of our Environment Week include participation of our youth and green entrepreneurial ventures through Environment Market Day, featuring environment-based adaptation businesses within our community, and our career expo targeting our students. In closing, I wish to sincerely thank our donor partners, multilateral financial mechanisms, our community, private sector, and NGOs for support. Thank you, and God bless. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the Honourable Minister of Natural Resources, we are proud to launch the following key reports and resource management plans. The Masa Masa Whakanima National Park Management Plan. The Masa Masa Whakanima National Park was established in 2007 and is one of only 5 national parks in Samoa.
The development of the management plan is a key milestone for the ministry. The plan prioritizes 10 management actions to improve the condition of the park. And one such action involves the control and elimination of invasive species. We thank SPREP and the European Union for the Pacific Adaptation to Climate Change Resilience Building Project, or TATTE project in short, for making this possible for us. The 2 million tree planting campaign 2015-2020 report on the reporting on the world out to talk. That went to the idea of I will find to talk like Tasana Buafi and the school and the Massa by Buafi was school. The lady report of about to like a new testing like all fit or a new program at the fit to school after that notifying to talk in the water. Yeah, it's a benefit of fears after that time I went at the from my own time to my hand, and fire also to the hour and time and merciful touch about finance targets. Yet there is no further fear that will start and go to the time when I told you, you targets, you told me, and they are so on total the long-term monitoring protocol and implements environmental report, but it's a yellow no matter to me or a yellow sleep of the town. You know, one of us out there, they are providing about the 2 or 1. Yes, and I went off the town. Not for the neighbor, but they were not fatigued on time, and they were they asked me if they are on the fire on the right. Yeah, that's for the neighbor. If I'm alone, my father time. And that's my World Bank. Yeah, that's Conservation International, Cyber Conservation Society, and Mr. Lado. And he was like, you may open for my name, make up and that's what I'm going to sue. Place if I ever reporting on the main bioregions of Samoa, reporting the mountain farm of Samoa, Illinois, and Samoa. This report presents the classification of Samoa's marine environment into special units or bioregions that are useful for planning and establishment of conservation and management areas. Number 5, we're also happy to launch a fact sheet on Samoa's marine areas. People from Talama, with a family from Talama, Vaio Natefani. They not tell you Vaina Talama. They not tell you here, no Fasalina. It's a benefit we still talk to brochures, the Samoa's Ocean Plan, as well as pull up banners to save our flying fox and our pictures as you see on your right. So without any further ado, I would like to invite the Honorable Prime Minister of Philip Finena Tahafa, the therefore is a fight minister and when they will see when here I am reporting here in the title of the time again. When we feel that to the type here, we are feeling Finena Tahafa, will see the title of the beginning to out, my final day. Agora está tudo difícil assim, ainda. Eu acho que eu não fui ao banheiro. Tem que ser de novo. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Minister in Ministry, also proud to launch as part of our National Waste Cleanup campaign this year. We have billboards to your left. We have 1, 2, 3, 2 billboards and some special cut-out billboards to commemorate the celebration of the National Cleanup campaign. Yeah. Also, Honorable Deputy Prime Minister, to do us the honors to cut the ribbon to officially launch the National Cleanup campaign. Cut-out billboards for the information of our participants this morning will greatly promote or assist the ministry in promoting segregation of waste. So for the very first time, we have 3 cut-out billboards here for our ministry's promotional work. Hopefully, we will see that now. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of the official opening ceremony. Before we take our photos, some important notices for your information. We have 3 key events taking place at the moment. We have a gardening and tree planting exercise taking place at the TATTE landfill, which we hope to turn into a botanical garden in the future. Secondly, we have beautifully decorated information booths, as you will have seen on your way inside. These are set up by the 14 divisions of the ministry and for the general public's awareness of the work that we do and the services that we provide. Please make use of this opportunity to meet our staff and get to know them and the work that they do. Thirdly, we have set up a pavilion just outside of the building in the front. And this showcases 11 ecosystem-based adaptation enterprise development projects funded through GCF and UAP. Recipients of the GCF funded EPAs are selling the harvest from their household businesses, including products from their homegrown small businesses to enhance their small income base and therein enhance the resilience to impacts of climate change. Please support our ecosystem-based enterprises by taking your wallets with you when we go down to the markets. And after that, we actually go back inside on the ground floor for morning tea, and we officially conclude from there on. The lay lands only front of the stairs. And then we will make our way down to the pavilion to see the market tent center. Afterwards, we will come back inside the ground floor for a minute. Thank you very much. TATTE staff, 6 up here in TATTE.